Gemini, welcome to your reading. I hope all is well. Happy new week to you guys. I hope you had a good weekend. If you are new here, welcome to you. If you are returning, I am very grateful to have you here. Please only take the messages that resonate. Leave what does not resonate for someone else. I could be picking up on your energy. I could also be picking up on someone else's energy. Flip the roles as you need to. Cross-watchers are also welcome. If you are cross-watching for a Gemini, chances are some of these messages could be for you, if not all of them. Thank you so very much for your love and your support. I appreciate you guys. Let's go ahead and see what you need to know. Messages for Gemini. We have the Six of Pentacles and we have the Page of Cups. For some of you, if you have a situation where you co-parent, you could be getting somebody here finalizing some sort of details of child support. This could be somebody who's arranging child support with you. You could have a daughter. Knight of Swords and the Empress. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. Five of Swords. Okay. Ten of Cups. Okay. It's the Knight of Swords. You could have two children. Seven of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Ace of Cups. I don't know if, Gemini, you could have someone here expressing feelings to you, love to you, telling you that you make them happy. This could be how someone's feeling about you as well. Gemini, some of you are definitely dealing with like a co-parent scenario, whether you've got one child or two. You could have a water sign child, a fire sign child, or two children. Any of those signs, maybe. Two children or one child. You could have some sort of dispute about kids and money. You know how I said in the beginning, you could be ironing out some sort of contract where it comes to who's paying for what. This could be like supporting of a child, or who's paying this, who's paying that for the child, or whatever have you. This could be begrudged. Like you could have somebody here who doesn't actually want to agree to that, but they feel like they have to. As well, I'm going to tell you, if you are parenting with someone, you could definitely be in an energy of someone not really liking the fact that you're okay on your own, or you seem to be better off without them, especially if this is like a disconnect from someone or a relationship disconnect of some kind. Maybe this is like a unreciprocal situation where you want to leave to kind of do your own thing and to grow and expand. You could even be planting new seeds to kind of like push yourself forward and move on. And this could be somebody who's kind of like not really wanting you to do that. Be aware that somebody here could want to stay attached to you so they don't have to uphold a co-parenting situation where they have to pay. So for instance, so say you are with someone and then you decide that, okay, this isn't really working for me, especially if you're a woman and you do have children. There is some sort of responsibility, especially if you have children, where it comes to the other parent paying for that child or taking care of their responsibilities. This could be somebody who wants to stay connected to you. Now, I'm not saying that they don't have feelings here, but I'm saying that maybe you don't have as many feelings, or something is not the same for you as it used to be. This could be somebody who's trying to inject love into a situation where you just want to give it to yourself, or for some reason you're just feeling like relationship wise, romantically, this is not really where you want to be despite having children with someone. And you could be in the scenario where you are disconnecting from that person and someone wants to still be attached to you because it's easier to be connected to you than to be apart, because then they have to really show up on time. They have to, do the visits or the homestays, or come and stay at theirs. You take them for this portion, I take them for that portion. Like, someone doesn't want to do all of that with you. Someone would rather, someone don't want to pay, someone don't want to do that. So it's easier. This is somebody who's deeming it, this is the way that they're thinking. This is a person who's thinking that it's way easier to stay connected to you so they don't have to do all of those things. But this is not somebody who's necessarily thinking about, you know, if you're saying that you want to go out there and spread your wings, or you've got a new job, so you want to kind of see how that goes, or you just want to kind of do you for a minute, or whatever have you. This is not someone who wants to take that into consideration. They're more so thinking about the fact that something's going to affect them. And your disconnect and your wanting to be free of the situation and invest in new things is going to put them in a situation of having to uphold properly the responsibility of the portion that they have to hold. Does that make sense? I feel like somebody is holding a grudge, but it's a grudge over a responsibility that they signed up for. Even if you don't have children with someone, right? Say there's a disconnect. You're deciding to part ways with someone, but you had a joint agreement or a contract in some way. Maybe this is like paying off on the rest of some sort of lease, or paying off on a contract that you both took out when you were both together and things were good. And you are willing to kind of do what needs to be done where it comes to upholding that legal requirement, or a paying of something, or a paying off of something. You're happy to do that. But this person isn't happy to do that if they're not with you. Do you know what I mean? Like, someone doesn't want to uphold an agreement that two people signed up to when things were good between two people. And it's almost like, well, because you don't want to be with me, now I don't want to pay. Or now I don't want to do it. I'm begrudging you. Like, someone's got a grudge against you because of and I feel like it's kids. 10 of Cups. I feel like you had a family with this person, or you had some sort of situation with this person. It was all okay until, I don't know what this person has done to put you in the energy of wanting to only invest in you. Now, for some of you, you just want to spend more time doing things for yourself. And what's going to put you into a scenario of wanting you to break away from this is because someone doesn't want you to do that for yourself. It's like someone wants you to be immersed in all of the responsibilities that may not even primarily include you. This could be like being a mother, taking care of bills, taking care of the responsibilities of other things. And you could be finding that, okay, I'm actually, I'm missing my hair appointment, or I'm not taking care of myself, or, I used to go and do my nails and I don't do that anymore. Or I used to go every so often to get a trim and now I only go once a month. Like, there's something here where you're realizing that yourself is falling behind, and someone's okay with that. And the minute you say, okay, actually, I'm going to start to, upkeep myself again. I'm going to start to do this for myself. I used to do that and I want to do that again. I want to go back to that routine of tending to myself, or looking at what needs doing, looking at areas of my life that I want to invest into water for myself while sharing a responsibility. Someone doesn't like the fact that you want to do something individually that's not a part of some sort of joint agreement, something like that. So if someone's moody with you, if someone's moody with the kids, if someone here is procrastinating on giving you some sort of money to pay for something, if someone is seeming like they're giving something but they're being a little bit passive aggressive, so it's like, okay, there's your money, don't spend it all at once. This will be like the type of father or mother. I'm really getting father though, because I'm seeing you as this Empress energy. This could be like a baby's father. There's the money that I owe you for the kids. Don't spend it all at once. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're giving it because they have to. They're not giving it because they really want to give it to you. Despite it being that bills need to be paid. I don't know about you, but when you have a child, money doesn't stretch that far. Especially when you've got stuff to buy for that child. Sometimes you do the groceries and you don't even have the money to do the shoes, and that comes out of your pocket. Do you know what I mean? Like, didn't expect that the kid will, bust up their trainers this week, so you got to go and replace. There's always something to purchase, always something to do, always something to maintain, especially when you have a responsibility. This person is begrudging you that. Like, they're giving, but they're giving with a clenched fist. They're giving, but they're giving, and their teeth are clenched behind their closed mouth, Someone don't want to give it to you. Just saying. Interesting, right? And this could be somebody who's a little bit feeling some type of way, that you also simultaneously want to do some things for yourself, or you're nurturing yourself. Someone could also be questioning what you're spending money on as well. Something like that. The Fool. Yeah, you... a lot of you are adopting a new way of being where you're actually not harboring any sort of guilt. This could be like mum's guilt. Say you raise your kids and you give everything, you pour into them, and your kids are a certain age now, and you get to a point where it's like, okay, they're no longer babies now. We've moved out of the toddler phase. Even if you do have a toddler, what do I want to do now? Like, you know, let me go do some stuff for me. Let me have a new beginning for me. Let me rebrand. Let me redo myself. Let me upgrade myself. Let me go for a mummy makeover. There's something that you want to do for yourself, and you are removing the tie of feeling bogged down. You're removing the tie of feeling like you've got to ask someone permission to do this. Like, some of you are really trying to give back to you. And this could be after a period of not doing that. Who's this Knight of Swords? The Wheel of Fortune. The Death card. Someone doesn't like this change. There's a change that's transpiring in your life. There's a change. There's a shift that someone is angry about. They're not happy about this change. And it could be a change within you. It could be a change that you're enforcing, a transformation that you're doing. Say you've lost some weight, gained some weight, started to do your hair in a different way, bought yourself a new wardrobe. Someone doesn't like a rebrand that someone else is doing. With children or without, okay? This is looking to me that even if this does not involve like a co-parenting scenario, there's something that someone is not liking about a new energy you're stepping out in, a rebrand, a transformation. And this could be a transformation that is opening up a new way of living for you, or a new opportunity. Say you're revamping your look. Maybe you want to get into the fashion industry, or you want to do something that is going to expand on your opportunities. Maybe you'll get some deals. Maybe you'll get people wanting to kind of work with you. This is a change that someone is not embracing. That's just an example. 3 of Wands. Somebody could also be scared that you're looking too good. You're going to attract someone that you deem is better for you as well, especially if you are still involved or you're disconnecting from them. Someone is really not liking some sort of change a person is making. What's this 5 of Swords? Ace of Pentacles. Someone doesn't... One more for that. The 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. 4 of Swords. I gotta tell you, I don't know if this is like a bitter baby's father, a bitter baby's mother. There's something that you're attaining that somebody is not liking. The 5 of Swords. This looks to me even, because this could be a thing. Say you are a single parent, right? Or you're a person who's separated from the father or the mother of your children. And you get a new job. You start working on yourself. There's some sort of glow up here. You start working on yourself. You may get a new job. Maybe you get a pay increase. Maybe you have a side hustle that starts to go well for you. You got a little bit more money, or you got a bit of flexibility. There's some sort of freedom that comes with this new energy that you've stepped into. Someone could kind of be adopting the energy of, well, why do I need to pay if you're making it yourself? And especially if you have kids, this is not someone who's thinking about the fact that, okay, it's a shared responsibility. So regardless of what the primary parent is making or not making, I, as a responsibility to those children or to this contract, need to uphold. Regardless, it doesn't matter what the mother's making. It doesn't matter what the father's making. You know, okay, they can probably do a bit more, but that doesn't mean that because that one person is working that hard, they've worked hard for this. Doesn't mean that because this one person has got it, that doesn't mean, oh, that X's me out of having to pay my portion. It's not how it works. So because I get a pay increase, you now don't pay. But they are your children. That's your children too. Something like that. Some of you could be going through. You could be going through a dispute or finding it very difficult to meet in the middle because somebody could be saying, oh, you've got enough. How can you afford to do your hair and your nails? And you're saying that you still need me to pay the child support. I still need you to pay the child support because the child still needs supporting. Do you know what I mean? It's like that. You could be going through that. Or someone could be ducking out or trying to duck out of a contract or begrudging you money because they feel like, oh, you got enough to pay for it. Why do I need to still pay for this? Do you know what I mean? Despite even, they signed up to this. There's something about the Six of Pentacles. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. The Seven of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. This is someone who doesn't want to give you something, but they're giving it to you. Oh my goodness. Who are you dealing with? The Knight of Pentacles. They may be slow to pay. They drag their feet. Even if this is nothing about money, this will be somebody who you would need something from them. Like you will need them to show up or fill in where you can't or whatever have you. And this will be someone who will take time to answer you, not give you a straight answer. Tell you yes, and at the last minute, they're not coming through. Someone don't want to do it because they feel like you're okay on your own. Why should I if that person is flourishing? Why should I if this is the Empress? It's like someone is hating you in a real covert way. You've got all this. Why do I need to be involved anymore? Do you know, it's a real bitter, sour type of energy. Especially if you broke up with someone. What's the Ten of Cups? Eight of Cups. Especially if you broke up with someone. If you left a family or you decided to raise your children separately from someone. You walked away from a marriage for some of you that wasn't working for you. Someone walked away from a relationship, but now they begrudge the other person. Four of Swords in the reverse. Three of Wands. Yeah, okay. Three of Cups in reverse. Someone is not happy for you. I get a breakup. This looks more to me like a family or you have children with someone. But even if this is not the case, you could have just broken away from a scenario where two people may have thought that they could build some sort of life together, some sort of commitment. I feel like someone is really not liking the fact that you have disconnected, broken away from something, even if you decided to walk away from this and they didn't. Because I feel like there's some sort of energy of someone wanting to be attached to another person because their life is made easier by still holding it together. Not to mention the fact that two people may not be happy together, because I doubt you would have just left with no reason in your mind. And if you are someone who is definitely seeing what's out there, definitely trying to rebrand, someone is begrudging that energy in you. Like someone is really not wanting that for you, especially if they have to still pay for children, especially if they still have to still uphold a commitment. This is really giving to me that somebody wants to throw in the towel because you've decided to disconnect from them. And it's like it would have been a lot easier, Gemini, if you just sat down and smiled and stuck with the relationship. That's what someone wants you to do, but you refuse to do that. You want to go off and have a new beginning. And especially if this is like a woman, you're a woman. You are moving away, you're reinvesting into new things, you're reevaluating, seeing what fits for this new rebrand. I don't know if you're rebranding a business. I'm just getting a rebrand, an overhaul. Like, you could just be rebranding yourself as an individual. You have dropped something and it's accelerated your forward movement. You could be moving into a promotion. Whatever this is, it's making you very, very happy with the Hierophant and the Nine of Cups. You are getting some sort of wish fulfilled. And this could be a role, even a dream role, a opportunity to elevate. You're moving really heavily into that energy. You're sitting comfortable in some sort of energy of acceleration. You are not feeling any type of way about moving away from a dynamic that you once had with someone. Someone is not in favor of this. They don't want to see it. Two of Swords in the reverse. In the upright, sorry. Three of Cups in the reverse. Wrong way around, I said it. So if you're wondering, what's their problem? Why did we have an agreement and things seem to be fine? And then the minute I go and get this new job, or the minute I do my hair in a different way, it could be something very subtle. The minute this person sees me living or being a bit more free, or definitely there's a shift in my energy. And it could be because you've distanced yourself from someone and walked away from a relationship that you wasn't happy in. The minute you do all of that, there's a new offer that comes in for you, which is kind of like making it seem as though this person you can do without them, or you're creating a life that is very content without someone and they don't like you for it. Especially if you're a mother. Oh, they don't like it. They don't like it. I don't know if this is somebody who felt like you needed them, and now it's like you're doing your thing. And someone feels like this is to spite them because that's how they feel. Heavy projection. It's almost like someone is offended by you wanting to accelerate, you wanting to elevate, you wanting to move forward, rebrand. It's a dig at them. They're taking it like it's a dig at them. I don't believe that you're doing this. I feel like you just wanted better for yourself in a relationship that maybe you wasn't really feeling. You walked away. I feel like for a lot of you ended something. And even if there was something here that was a little bit one-sided in a relationship, that could have been the reason why you walked away. And I feel like you're quite happy in this new life that you're creating for yourself. You could be very comfortable. They're not in favor of this change. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. If someone starts to mess around, make excuses with the Knight of Cups about not paying on time or not showing up. Justice. There will be consequences for that. Especially if somebody's been adopting the energy of, oh, if they've got it, then I don't need to. Why is this shown up, please, Spirit? Ace of Wands. Crone of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. The Emperor. Queen of Swords. There's a lot of people here now. Crone of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. If you're a woman, you're thinking more from your masculine energy. You're thinking more from practicality. There could definitely be a breakup here. Crone of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Someone doesn't like the demeanor that you're in, especially if you are in a very boss-like, dominant sort of energy, even if that's just in your own personal life with what's working out for you. If you've had a promotion lately and you are a boss or you've got a managerial position, someone doesn't really like that energy. Anything that's new in your life that's happening now, I do feel like there's an ex or someone who you've had a past with that maybe you still deal with on some sort of basis. There could definitely be some sort of working together, collaborative energy. This could be like a father with the Emperor. You could be bound by a contract, which is the children. Emperor, the Empress. You could have once been in Emperor and Empress energy. Now you've disconnected. You guys have stepped into Queen of Swords, Crone of Swords energy. This is somebody who may still even try and work out something with you where it comes to making something easier for them. I just get an energy of someone really trying to meet you with practical energy because you are moving in practical energy now, especially if you disconnected from them. This may even be somebody wanting to work something out to step up to be a better co-parent here. What's the Emperor? Ten of Swords in the reverse. The Moon. The Hermit. Someone's really going within. Someone has some sort of deep thoughts going on, deep soul searching about the past that they could be going through right now. Four of Cups. Four of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. If you was connected to someone and the reason why you left was because they weren't seeing or addressing a problem that you was trying to highlight, especially if you were happy with this person in the past, you could have definitely have felt like you met some sort of soulmate here. You could have been trying to get on the same page with someone and they weren't seeing the problem, or they were overlooking it, or you felt like something went on for way too long. That could be the reason why you've stepped away from this and you're quite happy to build elsewhere by yourself even, especially if you do have kids. Someone is not going to be happy not being a part of your future. And this is giving possessive energy. This is somebody who will only celebrate you, but it's a weird energy. This is someone who's looking like they will only congratulate you and celebrate you if they can benefit off of it somehow, or if their life is made easier somehow. This could even be somebody who is strategically trying to work out a way to come back into your life. But I just feel like you seem to be a lot happier not dealing with this person. And they hate that. This person hates that. This is somebody who is maybe going within about the past. This could be somebody who's seeing the truth about why we've got to where we're at now. You know, with this, all this energy that I've said. You wanting to rebrand, you wanting to transform, you may be working on yourself, you wanting to free yourself and have a new beginning. And this could definitely have been a change that you wanted to go on with this person, but it's almost like this person didn't address something or see a problem. There was a truth that you may have spoken in the past that was ignored or was left by the wayside. Something was left too long. And it's like, okay, well, that's not changing. So now I need to change. That could be the energy that you've adopted. And now someone is here just really feeling some type of way. And even if this person does come along with you, or you give this person a second chance, like, you're always going to have someone sort of looking over at you like, why do you want to do that for yourself? Why are you getting your nails done? Who is that to impress? Like, you've got a possessive energy. It's a drag rather than an uplift at this point. It is a real drag rather than an uplift. And you may have peeped that. You could definitely be feeling a lot more free, not being attached to this situation. And I just get an energy of acceptance over, okay, this is the person that I've got to kind of like collaborate with in terms of the kids or children, or paying off that contract, or, you know, tying up some sort of loose end for some of you. If this is not children, but it's strongly giving children. And you're okay to kind of do your own thing while you just uphold that responsibility. Someone is really looking at you like, why should I if you're not going to allow me to be with you romantically? Why should I pay for the kids if I'm not living with you? Why should I come by and, you know, share the responsibility, or take some time to take the children, or share the responsibility if it's your choice to disconnect from me? Why should I do it? Why should I do it if you've now got this nice new job and you're making this money? Like, don't tell somebody what you make. It's none of their business. Why should I do that if this person seems to be living that life? Why should I do it if they've got money to go to the head? Someone is really watching what you're doing, like watching your money, watching what you spend, watching you. This is someone who's creating reasons and loopholes in their mind, very delusional sort of energy, as to why they shouldn't uphold a responsibility that they agreed to, they signed up to. Like, it's almost giving the energy of, say there was a contract. This person would love it if there was a little small print in that contract that says, if the other person cashes out or wins the lottery or whatever have you at any point, and wins the lottery is a little bit, that's extravagant. I wasn't thinking along those lines. If you say you get a pay increase, or you get a promotion and your pay bracket goes up by a couple, whatever have you, this is the type of person that would want in the fine print to say, okay, if this person meets a certain threshold, then that removes me from the responsibility of paying the contract that we're both signing on. Like that would be somebody who would be heavy on that clause right there to get out of it. Because it's almost like they feel like, well, what's the use of me paying? And I can save my money, or I can use my money on myself. Despite it being that you agreed at the time to do it. If you stay the same, this person will be okay. Or if you stayed with them, this person would be okay with that. I don't know what that is. Whew. These readings made me work this morning. You was my last. Goodness me. Gemini, that was your reading. Only take what resonates. If you like how I read, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. But until next time, have a good week. Sending you love and light. We will check in again together soon. Bye.